All right, everybody. Aloha. Happy Friday. We once again made it through the week, and here we are at our regular Friday stop. It is Ukuleleville Play Along Party number 44. Woo! Where does that time go? I say it every time, and I mean it every time. Where does that time go? Well, nice to have everybody here. And I am Tiki Dave, your genial, happy host and conductor for the next hour and a half of ukulele funnin' and strummin'. And I'm glad you're joining me wherever you're from. We are coming to you live from Hilo, Hawaii, but I know we've got people from all around mainland USA. We've got some folks from Australia, from over in the UK. So welcome, everybody. Nice to have you. Yes, I just saw a quick note. Folks thawing out in Texas. For all of you down in Texas where you're getting hit real hard, our thoughts are with you. Hope you guys are getting through and everything is okay there and your power's coming back on. Well, that's kind of silly. Of course your power's back on. You couldn't be watching me if it wasn't. But I hope that you guys are all doing well out there. Now, I want to welcome everybody. If it's your first time, thanks for coming in. I'm glad you're here. And let me just explain a little bit about what we do here and how we run things. And then we'll get right into some playing because I know you didn't come here to look at me and my funny shirt and my weird haircut. I know you came here to play a little bit of ukulele. So, we have a little funnin' and strummin', we call it. It's not a teaching session, it's just a play-along session. I'm here just to kind of lead us through it. There's no real teaching that's going to be done. Sometimes if a question comes up, I'll address it, or if I have a tip or something to pass on, I might do that. But mostly I'm just here to kind of show you the sheet music and play along with you and have some fun. We have 8 songs to do today. We're going to be doing all of our songs twice, except for the last one, our traditional closing song. We only do that once. The reason that we do that is because there might be some songs you're not familiar with, you don't know the arrangement, and we just want to give you a chance to play it as well as you can. And, second time, maybe you want to try some different chord inversions, different strum, so we do it twice. First time a little slower. Second time, we speed it up a little bit to where it should be in tempo. Now, everything that we do here is based on the song sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the view here, and I'm going to get to our very first song for the day. If you have not had a chance to download the song sheets, they are available from Dropbox. There is a link in the description on this viewing page that you're at the top. There should be a link to that. You can download them if you'd like. I'm going to show them here on the screen for you, but they're not going to be real big, so maybe you want to go and download those like that. Pardon me. Ooh, a little froggy in the throat. Hopefully not Kermit. So everything I do is based on lyrics here. And I always try to keep things to one page whenever possible, keep page turns at a minimum. So we're going to use this very first song, Hey Good Looking, as an example so I can show you some things about the sheets that I use. The sheets that I use, first of all, you'll see all of the chord diagrams are on one side. I take them in usually a linear fashion going down. Sometimes you'll see them stacked depending on how many there are, but usually I try to keep them in a straight line going down. And I just give you the nice basic open position. I don't want to call them beginner chords, but most of the time you're not going to see a lot of bar chords or strange fingerings from me. I know many of you are intermediate or advanced players, so whatever chord forms you're happy with, if you wanted to play different inversions or different voicings or extensions, or go right ahead and do those. That's fine. Also for strums, I never notate strums. That's kind of on you to figure out what you would like. I may pop in with a suggestion, but mostly I leave that to you. Now let's take a look at the sheet. You are going to notice that my chords are in between the lyrics. A lot of people, they have them above the lyric, and then they have the lyric line, and that way sometimes makes for 2, 3, 4 pages. I don't like to do that. So all of my chords are in between, as you can see. Also, you are going to see in some places a chord with a parentheses after it with a number. That's how many. I just caught sight of Terry. We're thankful for the lack of weird chords. Me too. So that number in the parentheses will often be how many beats you are going to play that chord until you move to the next one. Sometimes you may see the chord with a hyphen after it. That's if we have an extension chord like a D7 or a G13 or something. So you don't get mixed up, I will put a hyphen and then the number. So I'll point them out if need to. I normally will only put those numbers in the intros, maybe the outros, some other sections where you need to be aware of how long things are going to last. Now, not on this particular song, but on some of them, I'm not going to repeat choruses and bridges. So I will write them out once, and then I will say on the sheet, repeat bridge, repeat chorus. So make sure you're always taking note of where these things are. I'll try to guide you as best I can through the songs when need be. And the last thing that I'll talk about here is the fact that we're going to be playing along with tracks today. For those of you who've been here many times, you know, I think you like that. For if you're new to this, I always make a track to play along. And I think it's more fun that way, a nice steady beat. You may have a drum behind it, a bass, a guitar, maybe a keyboard, sort of true to the song itself. So it just makes it a little nicer to keep time. And last but not least, for those of you worrying about keeping up, if you're a beginner player, you don't think that this session is for you, do not worry. Do the best you can with it. Play the chords that you know. If there are things you don't know, don't worry about it, because I take every session, I put it up over on my YouTube channel after we're done, and you have a chance to go back and practice it. And over there, you can slow it down, half speed, 75%. It's a good practice tool. So don't worry if you think that things are a little too difficult. Just play what you can, have some fun. The chat, by the way, is where you meet all these great folks here, the Tiki heads over here at Ukuleleville and the Shaka Shack. And so introduce yourself if it's your first time. Let everybody know where you're from and how you're doing, and if you're having a nice adult beverage or non-adult beverage, whatever you like. All right, so let's jump right into it, everybody. Last thing I want to do here is I want to make sure that you can all hear the track. We had a little technical... do I share tracks, Troy? No, unfortunately, I don't. I play them here, but I don't send them for common usage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the track for the first song, and all I want you to do is as soon as you hear it, I want you to go down to the bottom of the screen with the thumbs up or the heart or something like that and punch that a couple of times and let me know that you can hear the track nice and clearly, okay? So I'm just going to wait a moment or two. This usually takes about 8-9 seconds until people can hear, because we're on a little delay here. And so just give me some thumbs up, some hearts. Let me see those as they come in. Good. Good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the first time through just by slowing it down a little bit. Just about there. Not too slow, not too fast. Good, good, good. So here's what we're going to do. Our first song, nice and fairly simple. It's a C. It's a D7, G7, F. We are in the key of C. You could even leave out the C7 if you wanted going into that second part if you don't want to, but, I put it in for you to use. Okay. All that's left is to dive right in. You've heard enough of my blabbing, everybody. I'm going to take a quick little sip of water from my little tiki glass here. That is water. It's one of the only things I drink. But you got to gussy it up a little bit sometimes to make it palatable, I say. Okay, let's do it, everybody. Hey, good looking. Little Hank Williams. And off we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. G7. Back to C. Hey, hey, good looking. You know what? Wouldn't it be just like me? My mind is still on the technical things that went wrong. I forgot to count the intro. We'll fix that in edit. Let's do it again. Oh, gosh, that's embarrassing. Especially for the people who are just tuning in. I want you to think I actually know what I'm doing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. G7, G7, C. And I guess I messed it up again. Okay, you know what that is? That means that we're not doing that intro that length. We're just, oh God, it's a mess already. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. D7, G7, and C. And here we go. Hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. Soda pop and the dancing is free. So if you wanna have fun, you come along with me. Hey, hey, good looking. What you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? All right, halfway there. I'm free and I'm ready, so we can go steady. How's about saving all your time for me? And we go, no more looking. I know I've been tooken. And how's has about keeping steady company. I'm gonna throw my date book over the fence, find me one for 5 or 10 cents. I'll keep it till it's covered with age, 'cause I'm writing down your name on every page. Hey, hey, good looking, what you got? Here's your tag. How's about cooking something up with me? Second time. How's about cooking something up with me? One more time. Yeehaw! How's about cooking something up with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, man, well, by the time we figured it out, it went pretty good. All right, everybody, so that's how we got it going on. If this is your first time, now you know how it is playing with the track. We're going to take it up a couple of ticks more to the concert version, if you will, and we're going to do it again. We'll just get this all out of the way early. Yeah, we just shake it out of my system. Yeah, what does Richard say? Are you sure that's water? I'm pretty sure it's water. I probably would be doing better if it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But... all right, so let's do it again, everybody, and this time I'll remember. So what we're going to do is just D7, G7, C for 4, and then we'll do the G7 right there for 4 to get us into hey, hey. So please kindly disregard the beginning. Oh, Bill, don't let me forget, Bill. I want that backdrop. I'll talk to you about that later. Here we go from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. D7, G7. And G7, here we go. Hey, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? I got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. The soda pop and the dancing's free. If you wanna have fun, you come along with me. Hey, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Let's do it again. Here we go. Second part. I'm free and I'm ready, so we can go steady. How's about saving all your time for me? And no more looking, I know I've been tooken, whatever that means. How's about keeping steady company? Yeah. I'm gonna throw my date book over the fence, find me one for 5 or 10 cents. I'll keep it till it's covered with age. I'm writing down your name here on every page. Hey, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? Here's the tag. How's about cooking something up with me? 2 more times. How's about cooking something up with me? 1 more time. How's about cooking something up with me? And 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Yeah, that's a peppy one to begin the day. Yeah. Okay, so let's do it. Who's ignoring the picture? Are we having Ellen? Are we having a little kind of delay here going on? Is that what that is? I think we're having a little delay between when you hear it and when you see it. Give me a yes or a no on that. Either one. If the sound is okay, just disregard what I look like, so to speak. All right, let's go to our second one, everybody. We're going to do a little bit of Elvis, a little bit of, where is it? It's Now or Never. A little kind of Latin-y feel to that. Yeah, I think we're having a little bit of an issue with our Yeah, we're having a little issue with our internet up here today. So if I'm out of sync, just pay attention to my voice. Don't look at me. I'm just here for window dressing today, then, if that's the case. Don't worry, it happens sometimes. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the stars either. Did I not? Hold on a second. Let me see. Did I not activate those? That's okay. You know what? That's okay. If you can, there's PayPal, there's Venmo, but don't worry about it. We'll talk about that later. And I'm all out of sync. We're just having all sorts of technical issues today. All right, let's go to our next one, everybody. A little bit of Elvis. It's now or never. The only thing we've got really different going on here is we've got, as you would think we're in the key of D, you'd have a D, an A, and a G, but they throw in this little G minor thing. So don't forget when you're playing your G minors, things like that, always good to have your wrist nice and bent forward like that. Get up on your fingertips. Makes your playing a little bit easier. So let me just get a little bit of a tempo going here. A little bit slower here. Little bit. There we go, right there. Okay, so we've got D for 12 beats, so we're just kind of vamping on the D, and when it says one strum and let it ring, self-explanatory. Just let it ring out, and then we go back, it's now or never, and we're right in. That'll happen a few times. I wrote out the choruses. We're going to repeat them, but I wrote them out because it's not a very long song. So let's just dive in and let's have a little bit of fun. What is this? What's this based on, everybody? Is O Solo Mio? Is that where they got the? Is that where they got the melody? I think they took it from there. Anyways, let's do it and have some fun with it, everybody. Yeah, Julia, the sound is no problem. Sound is never the problem. It's always video lacks. Whenever something hinky happens with the internet, it seems like the video always gets a little weird. But it may right itself up. You never know. As long as you can hear me, that's all that matters. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow may be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. One strum and let it go. When I first saw you with your smile, that's too high, tender. There it is. My heart is captured. My soul surrendered. I'd spent a lifetime waiting for the right time. Now that you're near, the time is here. At last, one and let it ring. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait and ring just like a willow. We could cry an ocean if we lost true love and sweet devotion. Your lips excite me. Let your arms invite me. For who knows when we'll meet again this week. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow might be too late. Here's your tag. It's now or never. It's not too late. Two more. It's now or never. My love won't wait. It's now or never. My love won't wait. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, excellent, guys. Good job. That's a fun one. I think that's a keeper. We're gonna put that in rotation every couple of months. Good job. Okay, let's see. Couple of no notes on that. It's a fairly easy one. I'm sure you all got that one and done. That kind of strum. That. And always, if you want to be dramatic about it, you can always give it a big rock star move like that if you like, so that everybody who's watching you do this at your house wonders what you're all about. Oh, yeah, look at that, 188 folks. Hey, let's get over 200. You know, I like to get over 200 whenever we can. Hit the share button, everybody. Let people on your news feed watch this at the same time. Let them come on over and have a good time. And what's that? It's in sync, although Terry says she has 3 different videos going. I always look out of sync in at least one. That's true. Okay, so let's do it again, everybody. Once I finally figured out what register to sing this in. Because normally what happens is that when we do this song live, Lay Aloha and I, she takes one part and I take the other, so we can both be in our upper registers. But let's see. Susan, I got a pineapple, a hand clap, and a pineapple. Or a hand clap surrounded by 2 pineapples. I'll take it. Okay, let's do it again, everybody. Let's have a little bit of fun. And Donna says, my dog is snoring so loud next to me, she's drowning me out. Now that I'd like to see. I'd like to hear what that's all about. Here we go from the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Put on your best, Elvis. It's now or never. Come home tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. When I first saw you, with your smile so tender, my heart was captured, my soul surrendered. I spent a lifetime waiting for the right time. Now that you're near, the time is here at last. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow will be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. Just like a willow, it's so sad. We could cry if we lost your love and sweet devotion. That's so sad. Your lips excite me. Let your arms invite me. For who knows when we'll meet again this week. It's now or never. Come hold me tight. Kiss me, my darling. Honey, honey in Hawaiian. Be mine tonight. Tomorrow might be too late. It's now or never. My love won't wait. It's now or never. My love won't wait. Dare I try for the note? It's now or never. My love won't wait. All right. Well, Shirley, I went for it. I don't know how successful I was, but I went for it. Because right before we started, Shirley chimed in. She said, doesn't it go really high at the end? And yes, it does. And I never know if I can hit that note, so that's why I don't normally do it. And I thought I could, and I was only about 80% correct. So I have the giggles because sometimes I'll try it and I don't make it, and I find it funny. I was almost there. See, the thing is, Shirley, that one of the things you learn after doing this for a long time, and I've been performing for a long time, since I was about 12 years old, is that you don't do what you can't do. And if I can't hit that note, I shouldn't try it, and I just figured I'd give it a go. And I didn't, so that's why I'm laughing. Okay. No, Judy, you are kind. I didn't get it. I got about 80%. The lead up to it was very hairy. Okay, so let's move on, everybody, and we're going to do a double shot. We do a double shot of Elvis. We did this last night with the Ukulele Society of America. We had a great time with it. Most of you know that Thursday nights you can find me doing the Alicante role, which is sort of the assistant conductor role over at the Ukulele Society of America. I have my own play-alongs, of course, today and tomorrow. But Thursday I love hanging out with Elliot and all those great folks. And so we did this last night. This song is in 6/8. 6/8 or 12/8? I believe it's 6/8 I put it into, but it's all kind of the same derivative of 3 anyways. So, oh, Ellen, you are sweet. Thank you. So, this, whenever it's in that feel on ukulele, it's really cool because we have 4 strings. And this is, you'll see me use this all the time. I'm just going to be arpeggiating, which means taking the chord and playing one note at a time from the chord. And because we have 4 strings and because it fits in nicely, my pattern I usually use for this is 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that just keeps up through the whole song. And you just change the chord. This is one of these things where if you really want to practice, you can sit on the couch and just not even worry about a chord. Like that, and then you can start moving the chords in. By the way, I do it a little differently than some people do. I'm a holdover from guitar. I take my thumb when I do these things, and I play, the thumb uses the 4th and the 3rd string, and then I use my index and my middle on 2 and 1. Some people will instruct you to use all 4 fingers. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that me personally, I can't get my brain into it because that's the way I do it on guitar, so I just carry it over. So we're going to do this. Okay, let me cue this up. Where is it? Love My Tender, which is a cruise ship song. Now, just to show you how we're going to count this, I'm going to play the intro. It's not very fast. It's a nice, relaxed song. It's going G, 2, yep. 1, 2, 3, 1. Come on, David. You know how to do this. It's one of those days, folks. This is going to be the intro. 1, da, da. Love me tender, love me sweet. I can't put it into words. I don't know why. My brain is not functioning. I got that brain fog going on. Let's just get right into it. You'll hear from the picking. Here we go. Letitia, can we do Hawaiian Lullaby here? We can. As a matter of fact, we're going to be doing it next week. I've got it all set to go next week, next Friday. Let's do it from the top. 1, 2. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. From the top. Here we go. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. On the chorus. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Second verse. Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart, for it's chorus here, right above us. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Chorus again. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Tag down the bottom, everybody. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is such a pretty song, isn't it? Love my tender. Okay, we're going to do that again. Now, I'm just going to do one thing. What did Jeff say? They don't call them tenders anymore. They're called water shut. I know that. But for those of you who may not be aware, many of you are. My very first ship that I worked on was 1990. The Beautiful Holiday, which is no longer around anymore. They took it to the beach and scrapped it. But I just can't get my head wrapped around that, so I call them a tender. I also call cabins cabins. I don't call them staterooms. So, sorry. I'm old school like that. Okay, now, there you go. See? Terry's got it. So, if you're not finger picking or you're not arpeggiating with a pick like I am or something like that, what can you use for a strum? Well, you can just do all downbeats, especially if you're just starting. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can just do, and never let me go. Or you can do something a little bit more involved. And you're kind of mimicking the rhythm that you hear in the drums. Bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum 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 bum. You can do that. You can be a little more complicated if you'd like. You can do some fanning. It's really up to you. But arpeggiation is nice on this. Or you can just give me all downs, or you can give me that dum da dum 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 da dum 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 dum. What's it? Did I leave off the E7? No. Oh, you know what? Okay, because I put in the corrected one into the Dropbox, and some of you may not have that. Look up at the screen, and I fixed it, and I put it back into the Dropbox, but some of you may not have downloaded that, the E7, because someone had pointed that out to me, so it got corrected. But the E7 is up on my screen, and it's in the Dropbox right now. So if you want the corrected music, if you have the old version, after we're done today, you can go and download that. But the E7 should be on there, on the new one that's there. Let's do it again, everybody, from the tippers. 2 and 1, 2, dum da dum 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 dum. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. Now for me that's a little busy, so I'm going to simplify it. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long, take me to our hearts, for it's there that I belong, and will never part. Chorus again. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender again. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender and love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love ye, and I always will. On the tag now, everybody. For my darling, I love ye, and I always will. Okay, beautiful. A double shot of Elvis. You can never have too much Elvis, especially on ukulele. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, I realized on the song sheet where my mistake was is up at the top of the intro. If you care about these things, you can fix that. That should be G8. It should not be 6. It should be 8, because I count that as a 4. 1, you count 4 even though you got the that going on. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and love me 10. So, you know, you can count a couple of different ways, but it should be a G8, just so everybody knows. All right, we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. We're going to do something from, I believe this is either 79 or 80, maybe 81, right around there. Some Christopher Cross, Ride Like the Wind. So this one, this is a little different. This is a song that's essentially, it's in a minor key. You know, we're used to playing everything like in major keys for the most part, but this is an E minor. And there's, let's see, let me take a look at the chords here. We got that B minor 7, which we love. Everybody loves those minor 7, those little bar chords right there. Just please remember, everybody, on those bar chords, it's always a good idea to make sure your thumb, let me get back in the picture here, thumb gets down to the middle of the neck whenever you can, like that. And then you get a little pinch. That's going to help yourself out there. There's down the bottom, there's that F sharp minor. If you're not familiar with the F sharp minor, most of you are with the G7. It's the exact same fingering, if you will, except you just move it all up. You keep this form, and you just move it all up one set of strings. It's a beautiful chord. I love that. And other than that, we've got some Ds. We got some C major 7, which is another one-finger chord. Hey, you can't help but love those one-finger chords, right, everybody? Try to give you as much as I can. So let me just give you a quick heads up here. We've got our little intro going on. You can see that. We've got what I call the interlude. Now, one of the things is whenever I put these tracks together, I can't get them to sound sometimes exactly like the record or the feel, so you got to kind of do the best you can with it. So in the interlude, this is the part where it goes, if you remember, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-ba-ba. So those are all anticipated things, and so we're just going to play everything square on the beat, if you will. But you'll get the feel for it. I think we should just dive in. Please note down at the bottom, everybody, we've got the third verse, if you will, and then it says repeat interlude. That ba da 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 dum 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 dum. So ba da 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 dum bum 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 bum. So you're counting 6 beats of E minor, 2 of F sharp minor, and then once we get done with that, we're just going to end on E minor, very minor-y thing. Okay, so let's just give it a shot. And let me get a little bit of a tempo going here. Oh, by the way, folks who are asking about stars, I use my phone as a secondary monitor, and I have it. It says it's there. I don't know why I have it, you guys don't. So, but I have it there. But we can talk about that later. More important to get to the song. Let's get a tempo going here. Just don't play yet, everybody. Oh, kazoo interlude. There you go, Donna. Oh, that was Love Me Tender. That's not the right one. Here we go. This is so you can get the intro. E minor, D, E minor, D, and then the song. It is the night. I'm just going to take that down like maybe a couple of ticks. Here we go. From the Tippers. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to kind of use a basic chuck here. It is the night, my body's weak. I'm on the run, no time to sleep. I got to ride like a wing to be free again. And I got a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. So I ride like the wind, like the wind. And just play E minor for that. Born the son of a lawless land, always walking mine with my gun in my hand, live 9 lives. Gun down 10, gonna ride like the wind. And I got a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. So I ride like the wind, like the wind. And just E minor on that. Interlude, ride like the wind. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Accused of trying to total hang. I was nowhere inside when the church bell rang. Never was the kind I do it I was told. Gonna ride like the wind before I get home. It is the night, my body's weak. I'm on the run, no time to sleep. I got to ride like the wind to be free again. And I got a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. So I ride like the wind, like the wind. All right, we're gonna do the interlude. Gonna ride like the wind. Ba-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, and end on the E minor. There. Now, we are definitely going to be doing that again. We're going to take the tempo up a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. And we're just going to address a couple of quick things here. You see sometimes E minor 7. I had meant to go back and take those out and just turn them into E minors. Don't worry about that. During the song, there are E minor 7s, but it doesn't make much of a difference to us, and I don't want to make it too confusing. So just play E minor, and you will be fine for those. Yeah, there you go, Lolly. When we do this the next time in a couple of months, when we do this again at the Zoom, which is where we do our greatest hits, so to speak, I'll fix that up for you. But just play E minor, because you've got that in front of you. Now, just a quick thing stylistically. I'm doing this chuck, and I talk about the chuck all the time. And the chuck is this thing that sounds like this. That little part you hear is the chuck. That's kind of a percussive thing. And that sort of really comes into play when, we don't have any other instruments, like a percussion instrument. So we kind of have to make our own percussion. So there are lots of videos online where you can learn that. I'm not going to go into that. But that's what I would use in the beginning of this. Now, when we get to certain parts, if you want to make this a little bit more artistic, because, you can just chuck through the whole, and I got a long way to go, such a long way to... You kind of sometimes want to switch up. You don't always want to use the same approach during the whole song. So just to show you what I would do, when, we've got that E minor, and I'm playing a little different. Don't worry about what I'm playing, but I'm just going to show you how I would do it a little differently to lead up to it. And I'm confusing time, I was stuck in mine, with my gun in my hand, live my life, like that. And then when you get to that C major 7, you open it up. I've got a long way to go. it's nice to do things like that to just make it a little different. So what I'm doing there is I'm just doing like you can do it without a pick. You can just do it with your thumb or whatever. You can a long way to go. Just one. It's really effective to do stuff like that because if you remember the song, it kind of opens up. So you want to just do something like that every now and then. Just don't worry about filling up all the space. I've got a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico, and then you can pick up again. I rhyme because contrast is cool. Yes. Okay. Well, hard to go back between the D and the E minor. It is, but that's practice, practice, practice. I hate to say it, but practice, practice, practice. Yep. That's okay, Randy. No worries. No worries. Practice is what it's all about. So just, when you go to the YouTube channel, just take this one, slow it down. This is probably our most challenging one of the day. So, just have a little bit of fun with it. Take it slow on the YouTube channel and work towards it. Let's do it again. Here we go. The video's getting a little blurry. Ooh, I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, like I said, we're having a little issue with the internet here today, so sorry about that. Let's do it. A 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the night, body's weak. I'm on a run, no time to sleep. I got to ride like the wind to be free again. And I've got a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. So I ride like the wind, ride like the wind. And I was born the son of a lawless man, always spoke my mind with my gun in my hand, live my lives. Gun down 10, gonna ride like the wind. Open it up, and I've got a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. So I ride like the wind, ride like the wind. All right, interlude time. Gonna ride like the wind. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Accused of trying to talk to hang. I was nowhere inside when the church bell rang. Never was the kind to do it, I was told. Gonna ride like the wind before I get old. It is the night, my body's weak. I'm on the run, no time to sleep. I got to ride like the wind to be free again. And I've got such a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. So I ride like the wind, like the wind. Interlude last time. Gonna ride like the wind. Ba-da-la-la-la. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-la-la-la. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-la-la-la. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, there you go, guys. All right, so yeah, that's definitely one that you can try it a couple of different ways. Let me address a couple of things that I saw. Oh, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, Troy, bar chord D is easier for some things, for sure, for sure. Mary, remember I said a little bit earlier, disregard the E minor 7 there. Just play the E minor. Okay, that's going to be fixed in a future iteration. But oh, you're welcome, Vicky. This is one of these things that Troy saying bar chord D is easier, and so As a more advanced player than some of you, and not as advanced as some of you, I'm sure, I just kind of look at it sometimes in certain ways, what chords will be easier. And yes, for certain things, the bar chord D would be easier. And if I'm going to do that, I'm going to use the bar chord E minor. These are all chords that are findable online. It's always a good idea to know how to play these chords in at least 3 positions. Because there's more than 3 ways to play any chord, but it just gives you more options. Because what Troy is saying, and you can look up these forms on your own. because we got to go to our next song, is, I'm playing this E minor here. I'm just leaving the bar down. I'm playing the D. So it's, E minor, and I'm just leaving it down there, which, I can do certain things rhythmically because I'm using those bars. Now, there's also different ways to play C major 7. You can use all 4 fingers if you want, like that, for that C major 7. B minor 7, you can play that up here if you want. So it's always a good idea to when you get these sheets, maybe go online and find some of the other ways to play them and see if they make more sense and make it easier for transition. So like I said at the very top, I'm just giving you the basic chord forms, and it's kind of onto you to kind of gussy it up, if you will. All right, let's go to our next one, which is it's a lovely, lovely song, and it's got a lot of the chords that we are familiar with. It's a lovely, lovely song by Dan Fogelberg called "Leader of the Band." This was by request. Someone wanted to know if we could do this one, so I just happened to have a version that I do unplugged, on guitar. So I just kind of did this, and I love it. I love doing this song. And it's, like I said, it's got a lot of the songs. The B minor there. I want you to try that B minor, because in this song, the B minor fits correctly as opposed to B minor 7. B minor 7 is not going to sonically really work here. So let's just go into it. You'll get a feel for it. I'm going to cue it up. And this is one of these that, don't worry about, if this is a beautiful song to be finger picked, but don't particularly worry about that. If you just want to do just one strum. Lonely child, alone and wild, a cabinet maker's son. Just do that. You can worry about the finger picking down the line a little bit. Okay, let me just get a tempo for this, everybody. And, oh no, B minor. Let's see. 3. So you can feel it. This is D, 7, 8, and lonely child, alone and wild. Now, the chords do come a little quick here. That change between the D and the G is kind of quick. Lonely child, alone and wild, back and forth. So, again, this is one that, maybe you just play what you can, and then you go and practice a little bit, and, you'll get there. You will get there. Let's see, just a quick heads up. We've got no repeats until the very bottom. We've got our verse, and then it says repeat chorus and tag. So do the chorus again. Leader of the band is tired, that part. And then we're down to the bottom. It's going to go, I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. And then in the boldface down the bottom, I am a living legacy to the leader of the band. And then you end on the D for 1. Let's just try it and see what happens. I think you guys will get this no problems. Here we go. Pardon the loud swallow. 2. I'm going to crank up my reverb a little bit. 2, 3, make it easier to sing. Here we go. D, 2, and in at the top. Here we go. Lonely child, alone and wild, a cabinet maker's son. Hands of men for different work, and his heart was known to none. Left his home and went his own, a solitary way. He gave to me a gift I know I never can repay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and quiet man of music denied a simple fate. Tried to be a soldier once, but his music couldn't wait. He earned his love through discipline, a thundering velvet hand. His gentle means of sculpting souls took me years to understand. And the chorus. Leader of the band is tired, and his eyes are growing old, and his blood runs through my instrument, and his song is in my soul. Life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I am just a living legacy to the leader of the band. And my brothers' lives were different, for they heard another call. One went to Chicago and the other to St. Paul. And I'm in Colorado when I'm not in some hotel, living out this life I chose and come to know so well. I thank you for the music and your stories of the road. Thank you for the freedom when it came my time to go. Thank you for your kindness the times when you got tough. And Papa, I don't think I said I love you near enough. Chorus again, everybody. Leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old. His blood runs through my instrument and his song is in my soul. I've made poor attempts to imitate the man. I am just a living legacy to the leader of, now on the bottom. I am a living legacy to the leader of the band. Excellent, 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 everybody. Okay, let's see. Oh, aren't you nice, Jeannie? Janine, fingering for A. Oh, I gave you the A7, but I didn't put the A in there. My apologies. Okay, you have your A7. Just take your middle finger and put there on the 4th string 2nd fret. There's your A right there. So again, a nice simple 2-finger chord. So you've got the A right there, and you've got your A7, and you've got your A7, 4th string 2nd fret. Oh, Andy, you are nice to say that. I'm sorry you're having a bad day, but I'm glad. Bonnie, disregard the /D. That's a holdover from the unplugged guitar. So just play G. Just play G. You know, when you see those slash chords, sometimes they'll pop up. Those are what is meant to be played in the bass. So, you know, piano players, they use that all the time. Guitar players, we use that all the time. Ukulele players, you can sometimes, but because we only have 4 strings, a lot of the time you just disregard it and play the chord. So just play the G. All right, let's do it again, everybody. Let's do it again. And that'll definitely be something for you to work on. It's a beautiful finger-picking song if you want to work into that, or just arpeggiation. Or it's just it's a very special song to me. Many of you know my father was a professional musician his whole life, and that's where he passed it down to me. So whenever I do this song, I just love to do the song for him. Passed it on. Let's see. G barred and E minor, are they the same? Good question, Karen. No. G barred, well, they're close because it's E minor is the relative minor of G. But that bar chord E minor, if you know that one, to play the G, you lift up your pinky. And here's the difference in the sound. This is G, and here's E minor. Can you hear the difference? Here's G, here's E minor. So they're not the same thing. But it's good to know that G, because it just makes it easy if you wanted to go to the G to the E minor. So good question. Let's do it again, everybody, from the top. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and in. Lonely child, alone and wild, cabin maker's son. His hands are meant for different work, and his heart was known to none. Left his home and went his own, a solitary way. He gave to me a gift I know I never can repay. 5, 6, quiet man of music, denied a simple fate. Tried to be a soldier once, but his music wouldn't wait. He earned his love through discipline, a thundering velvet hand. His gentle means of sculpting souls took me years to understand. And the chorus, the leader of the band is tired, His eyes are growing old, and his blood runs through my instrument. His song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I'm just a living legacy to the leader of the band. 1, 2. Brothers' lives were different, for they heard another call. One went to Chicago and the other to St. Paul. And I'm in Colorado when I'm not in some hotel, living out this life I've chose and come to know so well. 5, 6, and I thank you for the music, the stories of the road. I thank you for my freedom when it came my time to go. I thank you for the kindness and the times when you got tough. And Papa, I don't think I said I love you near enough. Chorus. The leader of the band is tired and his eyes are growing old, and his blood runs through my instrument, and his song is in my soul. My life has been a poor attempt to imitate the man. I am just a living legacy to the leader of the band. On the bottom, I am a living legacy to the leader of the band. Ah, that is precious. Love that, love that. Okay, we're moving on, everybody. Still lots more music to go. I think, I'm kind of looking at the songs that we've been doing today, and I realized that they're a bit difficult this week. They're a bit challenging. I have most of everything set up for next week, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to just rejigger a little bit for next week, and we're going to kind of go a little bit easier next week. Maybe we'll get into a few more 3 chords and 4 chords than a lot of these. We'll give everybody a little breather for the week, I think, maybe, because it's a little challenging. Some of these are challenging. I'm not going to lie to you. So I'm glad that you're hanging in with me. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying it. Don't forget, everybody, if this is your first time, like the Tiki Day Facebook page. Give that a thumbs up. Also, don't forget about our meetup.com page. That's Tiki Days Ukuleleville. Anytime that I put up an event, whether it's one of these or a Zoom session or my music performances on Wednesdays and Sundays, I always put it over there on meetup.com, and that way you'll get a notification, a email notification. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up and the hearts a lot if you're liking what we're doing. And make sure to like that Tiki Day Facebook page. Also, while we're at it, just a quick note. I always have to check to see which hand is working. That one? No. This one. There we go. Those are the... We've got our Instagram and our Twitter, so make sure you follow me over there. And for those of you asking about the virtual tip jar, the address is right there on PayPal and Venmo. And it's never expected, always appreciated, especially in these times. If you want to throw a few shekels in there, I really appreciate that. For some reasons, I guess some folks aren't getting the stars today. I can see them on mine, but I guess you can on yours. So if you feel like throwing something in, there's also a link in the description. So mahalo for that, guys. All right, so that being said, I Saw the Light, which is a Todd Rundgren song. Great version by Hal Ketchum, by the way. There have been a couple of good versions of this. We always, of course, appreciate having our A minor 7 because that's the Look Ma No Hands chord. That's the one where you don't have to put anything down. G major 7. It's another little bar chord. B minor 7, another bar chord, all with the first finger. And then chords that we know already. G7, C, E minor 7. This time I want you to play the E minor 7. Instead of the E minor, I want you to do that. It's got a little different sound to it. I don't know if you can hear the difference. Here's E minor, and here's E minor 7. There's a little bit of a difference, and in this song, it does make a difference. So I'd like you to try that, okay? So let's dive in. I'm just going to find a good tempo for this, and I'll talk you through the intro. And don't forget, everybody, that we're going to be doing this again next Friday, same bat time, same bat channel. Tomorrow we have our Zoom session. I'm going to be putting the reminder and the link to the Zoom session up a little bit later today at the Facebook page. And, of course, Sunday's the Shaka Shack Chill Edition. So lots of things happening here. So don't play quite yet, everybody. I'm just going to take it down a couple of clicks there. So you can hear the intro. It's like this. I'll count you in. 2, 1. We start on A minor 7. 1, 2. D. Back and forth between that. A minor 7. D. And then the song. It was late. And the song does a lot of that in the verse. That just late last night. Just goes back and forth. Then there's some other things in there that creep in. But I think you're going to like this. And this has a solo. So get your kazoos out. I still have not located my kazoo, by the way. I think the kazoo police came and took it away. All right, let's do it up, everybody. Let's have some fun with this one. 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. It was late last night. I was feeling something wasn't right. There was not another soul in sight. Only you. So we walked along, though I knew that there was something wrong, and a feeling hit me oh so strong about you. Then you gazed up at me, and the answer was plain to see, 'cause I saw the light in your eyes, in your eyes. Though we had a fling, though I never would suspect a thing, till that little bell began to ring in my head, But I tried to run, though I knew I wouldn't have none, 'cause I couldn't ever love no one. So I said, but my feelings for you were just something I never knew, till I saw the light in your eyes, in your eyes. Now just play the chords for the solo, and we can hum it. Da da da, ba ba. Just kind of like the verse. Da 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 da, da 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 da. But I love you best. It's not something that I say in jest, 'cause you're different, girl, from all the rest. In my eyes, rain up before, but I won't do it anymore. Can't you see the light in my eyes? In my eyes, in my eyes. One more time. In my eyes. And end on G major 7. I do love that song to bits. I love that song. It's really a cool song. All right, everybody. So I don't think, except for maybe some of the chords to get to the clean bars, if you will, G major 7, B minor 7, things like that. Not that terribly difficult a song chordally. It's just a great song to have in your repertoire, I think. I think this sounds great on ukulele. So just remember, what I always like to pass on with people with these bar chords and things. Always use more pressure than you think you need to, okay? Because a lot of people, they think they're pressing their finger down a lot and they're still getting the percolator. So more pressure is always good. And last but not least, with bar chords, full bar chords, by the way, and I've talked about this before, a lot of people think that you should take the fingertip and just get the fingertip right to that fourth string at the top and stop there. If I had to give you one piece of advice as far as using a bar chord and your barring finger, is to overshoot by at least one tip, if you will, or one segment or one joint of your finger. Because the strongest part of your finger, your index there, or any finger actually, is the bottom 2/3. So if you bar with the bottom two and you let that hang over, I don't know if you can see how it's hanging over the edge of that, you're going to get a much cleaner bar. It's going to get a cleaner sound. So let's do it. Karen says this is from her high school days. Take me back, right? I love doing songs like that that remind people of their high school times or college or things like that. Let's see. Kathy says, I never know how many times to strum in the last part of the verse 4 chords. Mark, need more of those A minor 7s. So how it goes, I can't give you the number off the top of my head, but if you want to, I'll just, the last line, because the song, this is the end of the verse, by the way. You want to know about the 4 chords. Because I saw D, the light in your eyes, A minor, in your, I guess 4 beats, in your eyes, A minor 7 for 4, G7, G major 7, and then A minor 7 for 2, and B minor 7. Though we had, so 4 beats on each, except for the A minor 7, B minor 7, which are 2. Though we had, and then into the verse. Hope that answers it for you. Let's do it. Aloha, le aloha. She's coming into the studio here, looking lovely as always, having just completed another fantastic session of Hula at Home. If you guys weren't there, we had another great class. That's always happening Fridays here. Hula at Home. She's taking a short break from the craft cave. She got a lot of orders, actually, that have come in, so she's busy as can be. Let's do it again. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor 7, back and forth. And that D7 should just be a D. Just a D. Here we go. It was late last night. I was feeling something wasn't right. There was not another soul in sight, only you, only you. So we walked along, though I knew that there was something wrong, and the feeling hit me oh so strong about you. Then you gazed up at me, and the answer was plain to see, 'cause I saw the light in your eyes. A minor 7 in your eyes. Excellent. Good job, guys. Though we had a fling, I just never would suspect a thing till that little bell began to ring in my head. But I tried to run, though I knew it wouldn't help me none, 'cause I couldn't never love no one. So I said, but my feelings for you were just something I never knew, till I saw the light in your eyes, in your eyes. Kazoo's out if you want. Here we go. But I love you best. It's not something that I say in jest, 'cause you're a different girl than all the rest in my eyes. And I ran out before, but I won't do it anymore. Can't you see the light in my eyes? In my eyes, in my eyes, in my All right. Good job, everybody. Good job. And as always, if you have a little trouble, and I've said this before in the session, if you want some more practice, remember that I'm going to be taking the session today. I'm going to be posting it up over at my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed over there, it's a good time to do so. Hit that bell, and I'll put the link up a little bit later when it's up. And you can always go back and review it as many times as you like. You can scroll, forward, backward. You also have that 75%, 50% option, slowing it down. So it's a really good thing to have. Okay, so let's do this is a nice and simple one. We've again, hey, we're in E minor again. How about that? Excuse me. Don't forget also, everybody, tomorrow we're doing our Zoom session, and then we go to our every other week schedule on Zoom. So tomorrow we're having it, and then we go to our every other week. Let me know about that. Susan loves that G major 7. I love any song that has a major 7th chord in it. I call it the suede chord because it's very 70s-ish to me. Like that kind of thing. It's very David Gates and Bread kind of thing. So I love those. Yeah, Sherry, good for you. Excellent. Excellent, Randy, good. Judy likes it. Leader of the band. Oh, I missed the comment here. Someone had a question about leader of the band. For leader of the band, your arpeggio is changing chords mid-run. So, yeah, sometimes that'll happen, Mary. I wouldn't even be able to put into words, but yeah, I mean, I do it without even thinking. So, and there's no set pattern really for the finger picking thing or the arpeggiating. Some people will do like consistently what they call an inside out, which is 3, 2, 4, 1, or they'll do outside in. Some will do straight 4, 3, 2, 1 and back up. So you can kind of mix it up. It's hard to put into words, but yes, you are changing chords a lot of the time in the middle of the pattern, if you will. You just kind of have to get it subconscious with the pattern, and I think you'll be okay. Okay, so I saw, oh no, hold on, let me get the correct one. Venus, which is Shocking Blue was the original version. Who did it? Was it Bananarama? Somebody else did it in the 80s. But anyways, this is nice and simple. This is almost like a minor blues kind of thing, which there is a form of blues that's minor. And so we've got our E minor, and the whole verse is E minor, so you gotta like that. Then when you get to the chorus, you get your A minor. Got it, baby, she's got it. And then you've got your C, I'm your Venus, and then the B, which is a bar chord. You can work on that one. I'm your fire, your desire. Back to E minor, your desire. Can you use the B7? I'm your Venus. You could, if you want to. We've done that a couple of times today. That B7 is just like that. It's like the E minor, but just take that whole thing and put it up one set of strings. You could use a B7 if you wanted to. It gives a little funkier sound, so you could do that if you'd like. But I would like you to try to learn that that bar chord B. That's useful. Seals and Crofts. Ooh, I'm gonna have to write that down. Hold a second. Yeah, I can try. Those are a bit more advanced intermediate kind of songs, most of them. They've got some really cool chord voices and things, but we can see. I'll try to find out. Anyways, we've got to get to two more, this one and then our final closing song, so we've got to skip down the road a little bit here. Let me get a tempo for this, just so you can hear. That's the E minor, and then into the got us on a mountain top. And you can chuck on this like crazy. Got us on the mountain top. That'll work very nicely for this. That's probably what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's do this, everybody. A couple of ticks down here. We've got this little break for E minor, sort of a solo. You do what you like as far as you get your kazoo out and kind of sing around and do some noodling if you're good into single strings. And then, yeah, pretty straightforward. Let's do it. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got us on the mountain top. It's burning like a silver flame. The summit of a beauty and love. And Venus was her name. Here's the chorus. And she's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Let's do that one again. I said, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. making every man mad. Black as the dark night she has got what no one else had. Of course, she's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. One more time. I said, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. All right, now we're just gonna be on the E minor. And into the chorus, here we go. But she's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. Well, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Again, one more time. I said, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Her weapons for crystal eyes, making every man mad. Black as the dark night she has got what no one else had. Chorus, and she's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. What is she now? I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. I said, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Now the outro, we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. Yeah, there we go. Nice, easy kind of song to our penultimate song here. We're going to take the tempo up just a little bit. Hey, quick thing for you, everybody. If you can do that bar chord B, look down the bottom there. If you can do that bar chord B, I've got a little something for you. Take that, and some of you know this already, so I'm not going to tell you anything new, but for those of you who can get that B down, that bar chord, take that whole form and just move it down the neck 1 fret, like this. And guess what? You got yourself a C. That's one of those movable chord forms. So, you got your B. So, what you may think about doing is if you can get that down, when you go into that I'm your Venus, I'm your fire. So you got it. You got that. Ah, baby, she's got it. And if you can do that bar chord, you could do something like this. I'm your Venus. I'm your fire. Because I'm your Venus. I mean, that sounds fine too. But, you know, if you just want something nice and very rock star kind of power chord, you could do that. So see if you can just do that. Get that bar chord B, move it up, you got yourself a C. And guess what? If you go the other way, you've got a B flat. Ooh, now we're talking. All right, so let's do it again, everybody. Then we're going to do our final song. And there you go, Gil. Gil's got it. Gil's got it. He's got the idea. Let's do it again, everybody. Here we go. And then we're going to do our normal closing song. We're going to talk a little business, and then we're going to be done for the day. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got us on the mountain top, burning like a silver flame, the summit of beauty and love. And Venus was her name, and she's got it, baby, she's got it. I'm Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Do it again. I'm Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. The weapons for crystal eyes, making every man mad. Black as the dark night she has got what no one else had. And she's got it, baby, she got it. Of course, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desires. Said, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Here's the break now. Do what you want with it. Have a little bit of fun. and she's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. I said, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. I said, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. And her weapons were crystallized, making every man mad. Black as the dark night, she has got what no one else had. And she's got it. Yeah, baby, she's got it. I said, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. I said, I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire. Is the outro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Venus was her name. Yes, good job. All right, everybody. Okay, so we are in our final song, but before we get to it, well, stop that music. We don't want that quite yet. Just stick around. Of course, we've got our usual goodbyes after this, and I've got a couple of announcements and things to take care of, so do not go anywhere. Please remember, everybody, as I always like to thank our friends over at the Ukulele site. Right above me, you see their names. The ukulelesite.com. They are very nice. They have that 5% discount for everybody who attends our session. So if you need a little bit of equipment or accessories, a new ukulele, a bag, something like that, great folks over there, great selection. Just let me know about that. Drop me a line, and I'm going to give you Corey's his email and his number, and he's going to hook you up with that 5%. You can do your shopping through Corey. Great folks over there. So this is our normal closing song. We only do this one once. If you're new to this, and by the way, if you are new, thank you so much for giving us a try. By the way, this is not normally how it runs. Normally, the internet is much better than this. I'm not all herky-jerky and out of sync, and normally I'm a little more with it today. I got a little brain fog for some reason. Don't know what it is. I don't think I've had any lunch yet, so that would do it, wouldn't it? I haven't had lunch. So, and it is now 2:20. So 2:28. So I think I should have something to eat before I faint. So here's what we're going to do, everybody. We're just going to thank you for coming, by the way, I was going to say. Let me finish that thought. Please let your friends know, your ukulele playing friends know. We do this every Friday and every other Saturday, including this one over on Zoom. I'll put up that information. But I'll have these songs for next Friday's session up by Sunday. Or maybe Monday. I got to rejigger a little bit, so maybe Sunday or Monday. Keep an eye out for those. Go over to meetup.com and look up Tiki Dave's Ukuleleville. Join up there. That way you're always going to get your email notifications. And make sure you come and see me over on Instagram and Twitter and all that good stuff. So here we go. Let's do a little bit of Lovely Cruise. As usual, during the solo, I'm going to play a little bit, see what I can come up with. And you do the same, and then we'll talk a little bit on the other side. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Drink it up. This one's for you. It's been a lovely cruise. I'm sorry it's ended. Sad, but it's true, yeah. It's been a lovely cruise. These moments we're left with, may you always remember. These moments are shared by few. There's wind in our hair, and there's water in our shoes. Hey, it's been a lovely cruise. I'm gonna play a little bit. You guys do as well. Please do. These moments are shared by few, and those harbor lights, well, they're coming into view, yeah. We'll say our farewells much too soon, but we're gonna see each other again soon, right? So drink it up. This one's for you, everybody. It's been a lovely cruise. Everybody, it's been a lovely cruise. One more. It's been a lovely cruise. As I always like to say, a lovely cruise and a lovely ukulele session, everybody. Good job. All right. So I'm going to unhook here for a moment, put this right down, and say a proper goodbye to each and every one of you watching out there. So again, I thank you all for coming on in. The regulars, the folks who have been doing this 44 sessions with me. Folks, if this is your first time or your second time or whatever it is, I really appreciate you guys coming in and having some fun. So we're going to do this again next Friday, so please keep an eye out on the Tiki Day Facebook page. I'll get the songs up, as I said, probably Sunday or Monday for next session. Tomorrow, if you're interested in the Zoom session, either go to the meetup.com page for Tiki Day's Ukuleleville, or a little bit later today, I'll put the registration link on the Facebook page. Sunday, starting at 1 o'clock my time, that's going to be the Sunday Chill Shaka Shack music performance. Next Wednesday, of course, we've got the Hump Day Hang music performance. That's at 3 o'clock in the Hawaiian time. And Thursday, Ukulele Society of America play along. Come and see us over there. I'll put the link up to that a little bit later this week. And just keep checking the Tiki Day Facebook page, everybody. Last but never least, I've been getting notifications throughout the course of the session about the Venmo and the virtual tip jar and all that, and PayPal. Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot to me. I say it a lot, and I mean it a lot, especially during these times. Mahalo nui. Never expected, but always appreciated. Thank you for that. Other than that, I always like to say, please remember to wear your masks. Please stay distant. Please be good to each other. Treat each other with kindness. Do things pono, properly. And just live aloha, everybody. That's the only way we're going to get through this. I've said this since March and April when we started all this madness with the lockdowns and things. It's the only way we'll get through it is together. So please be good to each other. I'm going to leave this up for about 3 or 4 minutes so everybody can say goodbye to each other properly. Put on a little bit of music for you to listen to. I'll take my camera and turn it off. And I'll see a lot of you throughout the week, whether it's at my play-alongs or some of the other things that I attend, or my music performance on Sunday and Wednesdays, whatever it is, guys. Have yourself a great day, a great evening, wherever you are, whether it's mainland USA, Australia, across the pond. I know it's a little late for you guys, but I know you're hanging in there as best you can. So I'm Tiki Dave on behalf of everybody here at Ukuleleville and the Shaka Shack, Lay Aloha, and myself. Have yourself a wonderful evening. We'll see you very soon. And hey, as we say, live aloha, mahalo nui loa. Thank you so much. And we're going to finish up with a little bit of Los Straitjackets, I think. Yeah, I like that. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you all very soon all around the internet. Aloha.